Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I have a huge haul for you. It's a beauty haul. You know I love doing them, I love watching them, and yeah, just keep watching and you'll see what I bought. So, when I was in London for the Makeup Revolution 3rd birthday party, which was brilliant by the way, there is not going to be a vlog because I was just having way too much fun to get my camera out. Anyway, when I was in London, there was a MAC store in, there is a MAC store in St Pancras. I always go in there, everybody's really friendly in there. I've been to other MAC stores and they've just been so snobby, but this particular store, every time I go in, they're just lovely. So I couldn't wait to get back, because I do seek sort of the same people and I do see the same people working there, so it was really nice to go in. I went in twice in the end, one on the way and one on the way back, and different people served me, different people helped me, and I went for different things. So I'd saved up my money last month. I was on a spending ban, if you didn't know. I've done a blog post on it, so check that out, I'll link it down below. Anyway, I decided to buy some things from MAC, but not just from MAC. I got an item from Benefit, and I also got some stuff from Rimmel because I wanted to check some stuff out. So I shall start with the MAC stuff. If that's why you're here, I will start with the MAC stuff. And the things I bought initially were a couple of highlighted. So the first one I've got in my hand here is Double Gleam, and it's one of the Extra Dimension skin finishes. So this is Double Gleam. I actually have it on my cheeks today. It's like it looks to be a champagne-y tone in here. On my cheeks, it's a lot more stark, a bit more pale than that. I'll just give you a swatch on the finger. It's super, super soft, and I'll give you a swatch on the hand. It's much more of a sheen than a glittery, you know, type of thing. Now I'm doing this, I don't know whether you can see anything because I'm completely blind. I've got a viewfinder but I can't see it without my glasses, so hopefully you can see something there, and I'll look back on this and go, what was I doing? I was just sort of waving my fist to my face. But this is what it looks like. It's really beautiful. I really like it on my cheeks today. I went for this because the other one I bought was Beaming Blush. There was 3 that I saw in this particular store, and this is one that I picked up. The other one I picked up, and this is, it looks to be like a gold with a pink shift. But when you actually swatch it, I think it just looks gold, and it's like a champagne gold, and it is perfect for my skin tone. It's just here on my hand. Hopefully you can see it. You can see here when I sort of move it around, you can see that there's like a pink shift to it. Look there. Pink gold, but I don't think that that translates at all on the swatches, and I'm sort of pleased about that because I really didn't want to have a pink colour on my face. I wonder if you build it up, if there's any. Still not much, but it gives it a really peachy tone. Hopefully you can see something if I move it around. Look like a right Wally. If anybody saw out their window what I'm doing, it looks like I'm feeding myself imaginary food. Anyway, so I bought those 2 first of all, and then I also saw, as part of the new collection, of which I can't remember what it was, so I'm really sorry, this is the Prep and Prime Fix Plus in Rose. Now they bought these out last year in the full size. These are the mini sizes, and I thought this is ideal for holiday. Just a little tiny Prep and Prime. I find these really refreshing. They're meant to be, it says it's Fix Plus, but I believe it's not really a fixing spray in terms of a setting spray. It doesn't make your makeup stay any longer. I don't know. I use this primarily for pigments, and also for bringing my powder makeup, sort of mixing it together and just bringing all of that together so it's not too cakey. So that's what I use Prep and Prime for. I really like it. It's not too expensive. A little bottle like this normally costs about £10. You can get it on the front where they've got like little miniatures. So I really, really liked that. When I was in there, the lady who was called Molly, if she's, well, she won't be watching, but if you ever go to St Pancras, she is a lovely lady that works at MAC. Her name's Molly. And I spoke to her about the pigment. So they had some mini pigment pots on the front desk, and I asked if they had blue brown. I would have paid £10 for it. I was really excited to try it. They didn't, but she did have like a separate little one, and she poured a little bit into a tester pot. It says MAC on the front. Now, before when I was in Birmingham, they said they didn't do that. So it's obvious that the lady was just being a snob because she didn't want to, because she did pour some out for me. And there is quite a bit in there. I've used it on my eyes today and it has made me want to buy the full size. I really like the colour. I think it's not unique because there's quite a lot out there, but the intensity is quite good. I used Fix Plus on my eyes today. I've done a first impressions, so throughout today I'm doing first impressions, but so far so good. I really love this. Hopefully it looks as nice as I think it does. Hopefully you guys can see if I just shut my eyes and move my head. So yeah, really excited about that, and I think I probably will buy the full size. Anyway, on the way back, after the party, I decided to go back in. I really wanted to try a foundation from MAC, never tried one, and I wanted to try a concealer, and I also wanted to try some of the brushes. So I went in and I decided to try I asked about foundation. I asked for very light natural coverage. I only need to even my skin tone. I don't want to cake my face in makeup. It doesn't need it. My skin's pretty good. I just need to add a bit of something. So the guy who served me, I didn't catch his name, but he was lovely and he looked amazing. He gave me the Water Weight SPF 30 foundation in the shade NC15. He told, I'm quite warm skin tone, but he did say this pulls slightly warmer, and so this is more neutral, and this actually suits me the best. We did try them all. This definitely, you know, I think it's a really good colour match. So this is a very, very light foundation. This will not work if you are looking for full coverage. If you're just looking for a no makeup sort of day, something that makes you feel like you've evened your skin tone out. I used it with a beauty blender. He used it with a brush, and I wish I'd bought that brush now because it was beautiful. However, this is really lovely. You get 30 mils and it comes with a dropper. I'll just show you. It comes like this. It reminds me a lot of the Tarte one. It is a water foundation as well, so to me I think this is really going to work. Glass bottle, really pretty, and it hasn't got the same amount of coverage as the Tarte one. If you have, like me, dryish skin, quite good skin though, dryish to normal, and you just want something that will even out the skin tone, this may be ideal. However, I have just done a first impressions, so when you see the next video, you'll get a better feel for what I think of this, because I am going to do some updates throughout the day. But I also got the MAC Mineralized Concealer. Again, this was more for a natural, not cakey under eye. This is in the shade NW15, and it basically has a paintbrush. I'll give you a swatch. It's quite thin, but I felt like it felt really nice on the skin. I actually quite like it. It goes down to a sort of matte finish. I really like this actually. Is it better than any drugstore brand ones? I don't know, I can't tell you that yet. I quite like the packaging, and it's not a glass packaging like some of the others, so I quite enjoy that. I like the little paintbrush because it felt nice to put on. It seems to have dried down quite nicely, and it doesn't really sink into fine lines. So far so good. I still love the Urban Decay Naked Concealer though. I just wanted to see if this was any better. Can't even remember the price of this, and I think this is maybe slightly more than the Urban Decay one, so if I was going to repurchase one, probably that one. But I just wanted to give it a go because I feel like I've never tried it. I've never been a fan of MAC, and I don't know what the reason was. I wanted to give it a try, and so that was that. Then I bought 3 brushes. I've actually used a couple, well, I've used them all today, and I can actually give you my opinion on them straight away. This is the MAC 168. I asked which brush he would have said was really good for highlight, and he mentioned this one. It's like a angled brush, quite loose. It's not a densely packed brush, which I quite like in terms of putting on highlight. This is my other highlight brush. I'll just show you. It's similar. This is from Zoeva, and this is the Luxe Face Focus, so they're very similar brushes. This is more tapered and it's flatter. This is definitely more angled. Now I would say this is a really good blush brush as well. This is so much softer than Zoeva. I just don't like Zoeva brushes. I've tried and I find them just so rough. This is one of the softest brushes in this style that I've ever tried. So I've used that today and I really like it. I want to try it with blush, so I'll give you an update on how I feel. This blending brush though, this is the MAC 224. Now this looks very, very similar to this brush here. This is the L&Y that I got off eBay a long time ago. It lasted really well. They're both similar in consistency, in width, in height, everything. I prefer this one. This one, it was slightly, the hairs are slightly thicker. This one's much more fluffy. It's not dense and it's nice, but it just, I don't know yet. I have to keep using this. It is quite nice. They don't seem to sell this anymore, but I do want to find it again because I think actually I prefer it, and they are very, very, very similar brushes. So just a tip there. But the one that I really, really like is this. This is the MAC 217, and it's sort of, it's like a really good one to place a crease colour, but also I put on the pigment with this today. Cleaned really well, I've just cleaned it. It's got denseness to it, it's got a bit of fluffiness to it, and it does remind me of a brush that I had from Zoeva again, but I prefer this one. It's not scratchy at all, it's so, so soft, I love it. So if you are looking for a brush for, it sort of does, it's dual purpose. It will put foundation, put eyeshadow on the lid, but it will also be really good for crease work. So I quite like this, so I'm going to keep using that, and I'll give you my final thoughts on those in the future on the blog. And then the final three things I got from MAC, and then we'll go on to the other things, were lipsticks. And on my lips today I have Amorous, which is this beautiful, I won't hold the other ones, plummy shade. And it's just a gorgeous, I'm going to swatch it. I'll swatch it on my arm. So it's like a very gorgeous satin plum. It actually goes with my Fitbit. How funny is that? It's the same colour as my Fitbit. It is a stunning colour. It's maybe a little bit too dark for the summer, but it's actually quite nice. I do like a plum. I haven't worn one for a long time. The next colour I got was Fast Play, and this is an amplified finish, and I'm sure this is one that I've seen from Victoria J. I think this is one she bought, and it's like a mauvey nude colour, and it's so pretty. It is lovely. Sorry, I smelled it. It's like a lighter version of the Amorous. It's really pretty. I'll just give you a bit of a close-up there. And then finally, I couldn't resist it. I saw it, the Viva Glam Taraji P. Henson. I actually don't know how to say her name. I'm so sorry if I've butchered it. And it is this gorgeous, gorgeous bright purpley pink. And it's like a cool, oh my God, it's so nice. That colour is going to be beautiful for the summer. It is a matte, this one. And I'm really excited to try this. I really can't wait to give an opinion on this. They all obviously smell nice because they're MAC. I've now got a bit of a MAC lipstick collection, which if you have a look at my Instagram, you'll see a photo that I put up of my collection. I've got one MAC lipstick that's gone off. It actually has got fur on it, and it's because it broke, and I haven't got rid of it because I wanted it back to MAC, so that's why I didn't put that in the photograph, but it was syrup and it broke almost immediately after getting it, and I was really annoyed, but I will back to MAC that with anything else that I put. So that's all my MAC products. The other thing I bought was the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. I wanted a new brow pencil. I didn't want to get the NYX one, that's too soft. I find it's just too heavy on my eyebrows. And I'd seen a few people say that this was nice, and it's a bit like the Anastasia Beverly Hills on really fine tip, which I prefer with a spoolie. That is what I prefer for my eyebrows because they're quite thick. I just need to add a little bit in there, and then a good spoolie is always well worth it. So I really love this. I actually love how it looks. I love, love, love this. Looks like a little dart. Looks like I can chuck it at somebody and it will take their eye out, but obviously I wouldn't do that, not even with a real dart. Who would? What am I even saying? I need to shut up. I've used it on my brows today just to fill in a few little gaps, and I'm really, really loving it. And the final thing I bought was from Rimmel. I bought an extra one of these Match Perfection by Rimmel. I love this foundation, and I'm definitely going to do a review on this in the future. It will be on my blog for sure, but I might do a foundation review soon on here, because I don't do many reviews on my channel and I feel like I ought to. But this is a great foundation, so I bought a backup because I'm nearly finished. I also bought, which is on my eyes today, the Rimmel, this is the new mascara, Volume Shake, stays clump free. Very, very heavy bottle. It reminds me of a little, what are they called? Cocktail shaker. I think that's the whole reason. You shake it up to unclump it. Whatever's in there is really heavy, and it makes this whole thing heavy, which is a little bit annoying. It feels too heavy actually, but obviously the brush doesn't. The brush is really fat, and maybe that is a bit off-putting. It's a little bit off-putting for me, I'm not going to lie, but it's okay so far. I'm going to give it some more time. I'm going to have a first impression soon, and I will let you know whether it's sort of fallen down on my face or anything like that, so you'll get that next in the next video. And the final thing, which I've put the lid down for somewhere, I don't know where, I'll find it later. This is the Rimmel InstaFix and Go, and this looks like this. It's a fixing spray. I think this is beautiful. This has got such a fine mist to it. It's really lovely. Doesn't feel like anything going on the face. I still don't know if it works or not. I'll let you know because I've only had it on a few minutes, but I will give you an update as to how I feel about this. It has a lovely cucumber scent. It's oil-free, quick dry, and locks in makeup apparently, and it's a primer and setting spray, so you could use it before, which I might give a go. I really, really like it, and it wasn't too expensive. I think it was about £6, so yes, those are the things I bought. Let me know what you've been buying recently, because honestly, I have been dying to spend money, and saving for 5 weeks was quite hard. I am going on another spending ban during the month of May, the whole month of May up to payday. So yes, I'll be doing it again because we've got our anniversary coming up, so I just want to do that. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I seem to have got into this habit of waffling. I'm so sorry, but it's been a while since I filmed. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. I've just gone over the 2.5k mark and I'm just completely blown away. It's unbelievable. Things blow my mind when I see the subscriber count going up and people are watching. I love the comments. You guys are wonderful. You always comment, and I believe that we have a lovely community here. So let's keep that going. And if you have anything to add, comment down below. Let me know if you've tried any of these things and you love them. I want to know your thoughts. Anyway, take care. I'll see you in the next video, and yeah, bye.